Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This Top Crypto Bull here once again for your daily Bitcoin and crypto update. Let's get right into it. So the current price of Bitcoin is $103,597. Looks like it's just still going sideways for the past week. Bitcoin has been going sideways between like $105,000 and $101,000 price range. So it's a really tight range, around a $4,000 range between 101K and 105K for Bitcoin. Just been going sideways. But and the altcoins, they've been there's a lot of volatility right now. Right now, they've just been going sideways too. But there are some random coins, that are popping up, that are mooning. Mostly, lower cap altcoins, micro cap gems. But there are some, bigger cap gems going, like XCN is pumping. I believe it pumped like 20% in the last 24 hours. One of the channel favorites here, Altcoin XCN. But for right now, the market's kind of quiet. Everything's just going sideways in general. Like I said, current price of Bitcoin is 103,626 at the time of recording right this second. Yesterday, Bitcoin closed at 103,788. Today, Friday, May 16, we have about like an hour or two until closing time for Bitcoin. Now, if Bitcoin could close above 104K, it would be very bullish for Bitcoin. By the time you see this video, by the time I upload it, it might have just closed. So hopefully, if Bitcoin closes at 104K for the May 16 day, Friday, then that'll be very bullish. We might see some upper movement for Bitcoin to the upside this weekend. So hopefully Bitcoin closes bullishly, and that'll keep the momentum going. And on the weekend, usually Bitcoin either seems to go to moon or to crash, since the stock markets are closed and all the attention is in crypto. We get a lot of volatility on the weekends for Bitcoin and cryptos. So we'll see what happens. I do believe if Bitcoin closes above 104K here in about a couple hours, then we'll probably see the momentum continue, and we'll keep going up this weekend. So hopefully we're doing good. Hopefully that happens. Now let's look at the Bitcoin dominance. We gotta keep looking at the Bitcoin dominance every day, because we don't want the Bitcoin dominance to go back above 65%. It topped off on May 7 at 65%, 65.48%. We want that to be the top. We want it to keep going lower and lower and lower. Current Bitcoin dominance is 63.21%. It's still looking really good. Like I said, it topped off, May 7. Whoops, let me X this out. It topped off May 7 at 65.48%. Ever since May 7, it's been going down, down, down every day. It did make a local low here on May 14, on Wednesday, basically 2 days ago. It went as low as 61.89%, and it kind of ticked up yesterday. Yesterday it was a green day for Bitcoin dominance. It got as high as like 63.30%, and right now we're sitting at 63.20%. So so far it's the day is red for Bitcoin dominance. It's starting to tick down again. So hopefully the downward momentum for Bitcoin dominance continues. We just need it to keep going down. The lower the Bitcoin dominance gets, the better it is for altcoins. And that way, the more Bitcoin dominance goes down, the more the true altcoin season will kick in. Although I do believe we're already in the beginning of the true altcoin season. A lot of coins have been popping off. Like Popcat, went from 9 cents to 65 cents. Although it did retrace back to like 55 cents right now, or 40. I think it might be as low as like 47 cents. I saw it. But that's what the altcoins do during the altcoin season. They pump up 6x, then they retrace like 50%, and then they'll pump up another 3 to 5x, and then they'll retrace another 30, 40, 50%. So expect a lot of volatility for altcoins, but they will be basically melting up. Little by little, they'll be going to higher and higher prices. But nothing moves up in a straight line. Of course, there's gonna be corrections and retracements. That's just normal for Bitcoin and cryptos. Especially during the altcoin season. So yeah, that's the Bitcoin dominance. Let's check out the DXY. We want the DXY to continue to stay low also. DXY is $100 and 97 cents. So the DXY is still low. We want to let's see the DXY. Between 103 and lower. We do not want the DXY to go above $104. If the DXY goes above $104, then that won't be looking good. We need the DXY to stay low between 99 and $103. The lower, the better. I do believe the DXY has bottomed out. It's basically bottomed out. Let's see. Let's look at here at the last 5 years. So basically, you see it's bottomed out here. Well, let's look at it here better. You can see it better here. It's basically bottomed out. We definitely don't want to see it go higher. See, it topped off, at $110 on January 1st, 2025. That's basically, when it topped off, and right now it bottomed out at $99. Basically, it bottomed out at $97 on March 21st. So basically, we want to keep the bottom in, and then let's see. Way back here in 2021, when the altcoin season started in January of 2021, it bottomed out at $89 and it stayed low until May 31st, 2021. The high was 92, so it stayed between 92 and 89. For the first run of the altcoin seasons. So I do believe that's what's happening right now. I believe the DXY bottomed out. So it just bottomed out right now. It bottomed out here on April 20th at $97, and now it's staying low. Let's see, what was the day here? April 21st. So yep, April 20, April 21st, it bottomed out at $97. And right now it's at $100. But we need to keep it low. We want to keep it between 97 and $103 tops. We do not want it to go to $104. If it goes above $104, then that won't be good for Bitcoin and cryptos, because if you guys don't know, the DXY, or the US dollar currency index, and Bitcoin and cryptos have a reverse relationship. The higher the US dollar goes, the lower Bitcoin and cryptos goes. But the lower the US dollar goes, the higher the Bitcoin and cryptos go. So yeah, we want to keep the DXY at lower prices, below $104. The lower the better. Hopefully it goes back down to 97, and then that way Bitcoin and cryptos will surge to the upside. So that's the Bitcoin. That's the DXY. So everything's looking good. The DXY is low. Like I said, the Bitcoin dominance is still low. It's still going down. So definitely, everything's looking good. Everything's looking good. Everything's looking like the altcoin season is going to continue, and the Bitcoin price is just going sideways. It's getting ready for the next leg up. It's just been consolidating, for the last week, ever since basically since May 8th. May 8th, ever since May 8th, it's just been going sideways between 101,000, 105,000, just kind of going sideways. So, we're basically, just consolidating and getting ready for the next move. I do believe the next move is going to be to the upside. Don't listen to the bears out there. Don't listen to the FUD out there. A lot of bears out there, thinking, that the bull run is over, that the top came in January at 109K, and then we're going into a bear market, and then pretty soon Bitcoin is going to go back down below 74K. But don't listen to the bears, because if you do, you might end up crying like the bears. You might end up like these bears right here. Let me show you a picture of these bears. If you keep listening to these bears, you might end up like this bear right here. Definitely don't listen to the bears, because you might end up like this bear right here. Look at that. You'll be crying like this bear right here. Don't be crying like this bear. Right now the bears are crying because the bulls are back, baby. The bulls are back on top, baby. Bitcoin is getting ready for the next move to the upside. The bulls are crushing it. The bulls are putting it down. They're putting the smackdown on the bears. and the bears are not liking it. The bears are just taking it, and they're crying. The bears are crying, baby. So don't be like this bear, because you'll be crying. Don't be a bear, be a bull, baby. Be a bull, na 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 na. Because the bulls are back in town, and the bulls are on top, smacking down the bears, putting it down on the bears. So yeah, don't be a bear, you'll be crying like that bear right there. Let's look at the crypto bubbles. See what the top 100 cryptos are doing right now. Looks like most of them are in the red. There is a few green ones, but most of the bubbles are in the red. Pi is down the most for the last 24 hours. It's down 13.2% down for the day. Then we got Fartcoin. It's down 6.4% down for the day. It's down right now, but I'm sure it'll recover. Don't underestimate Fartcoin. I think it's going to be one of the big winners this cycle. Probably not the best time to get in now, because you could probably find better coins out there that have better returns right now. But if you got into Fartcoin early, you're definitely going to make a lot of money this cycle. I'm sure it's going to surge here as soon as they start the coins start pumping again. We got Bonk is down 5.4% down for the day. Bonk already had its run, but it might have one last surge. It might do like another like 5 to 10x to the upside once the Bitcoin goes parabolic and the altcoins follow. Let's see what's green. Looks like PLSX is up 6.4% up for the day. Hype is 5.2% up for the day, and EOS is 7.3% up for the day. And we also got XCN. According to CoinMarketCap, XCN is in the top 100. But here in the crypto bubbles, it's actually 103. So crypto bubbles and CoinMarketCap is not exact, but I consider XCN to be pretty much in the top 100. That one is doing good. It says it's only up 3.8% up for the day, but I mean it's basically doing really good. Let's see, current price is 2011. Because I mean, just a day ago, I saw it as low as like 0.16. See, it got as low as 0.016. See what day it was? It was May 15 yesterday. Yeah, so just yesterday it was at at a 0.01623, and then it went all the way up to 0.0022. What's going on here? There we go. So yeah, just yesterday at 5 p.m. it got to 0.022. So right now it's just going sideways. So definitely, right current price is 0.020, but XCN is doing really, really good. All right. So I expect XCN to start mooning pretty soon because it's been getting suppressed for a while. Right now, the current local high it made about a month ago is at 5 cents. So I do believe it's going to skyrocket and probably surpass 5 cents. And I do see XCN topping off this cycle somewhere around probably like 25 cents. Somewhere between 20 and 25 cents. We got Popcat here. It's down 11.1%. Another channel favorite here. Popcat is at 0.44 cents. I thought it was pretty low, but it did get as high as like 65 cents, I believe. Yeah, according to Crypto Bubbles, it got as high as 62. But I do believe in the Coinbase chart, it did get as high as 65 cents. So right now it's just retracing, but I'm sure it'll start mooning again pretty soon. Then we got Peanut. It's down 6.5% down for the day. Then where's Pengu? Pengu, another channel favorite here. I don't see it here. Let me look it up here real quick. Another channel favorite. Pengu. Also retracing, but I'm sure it'll start mooning again. Pengu, according to this, is racked 89. Oh yeah, it's got a higher market cap. It's at current price of Pengu is 0.01320. But it did get as high as like 0.017. According to Crypto Bubbles, it's 0.01668. But in the Coinbase chart, I did see it as high as 0.0175. So definitely, the Punji Penguin coins, Pengu is retracing like all coins. But I do believe Bitcoin starts to go to tick up this weekend, to start going higher this weekend. The altcoins are going to start pumping again. So get ready. Right now might be a good time to buy the local dip. All the coins are retracing, but I do believe they're gonna go higher sooner than lower. I don't think they'll go any lower. I do believe they'll go higher because I do believe we're in the beginning of the true altcoin season, and they're basically gonna start pumping pretty soon. So don't miss out on the move. If you happen to have some dry powder on the side, not financial advice, but what I'm doing right now with the little bit of dry powder I have, I'm investing into my favorite altcoins, especially my microcap gems. Um, by the way, if you're new or you want some insight on my microcap gems, you might think about joining the Patreon. It's patreon.com/ top crypto bull. The links are in the description. Definitely, you'll have access to my microcap gems. Right now, I've only let everybody know about my three favorite AI agents, which are microcap gems, which is Aria, Leah, and Wisp, which are doing really good. But I mean, like, I have other microcap gems under $1 million market cap. If you want insights on those, before they start mooning, you might think about joining the Patreon. Only $10 a month. But again, this is not financial advice. Everything I say in my videos, everything I say and do in my videos is not financial advice. It's just my opinion and what I'm doing. So yeah, don't buy or sell any coin because I say so or because anybody says so, and only invest in the markets where you're willing to lose, and learn to do your own research. Current price at Aria is 0.0024. It's been wanting to break out, baby. Aria's starting to break out. Yeah. Yesterday it did get as high as 0.0028 according to this chart. So starting to break out. I let you guys know about Aria when it was at 0.006. Well, actually, if you've been watching my videos about a month or two ago, 2 to 3 months ago, I let you know about Aria when it was at 0.008. Hopefully you guys spot into Aria at 0.008 right here. I'm letting you guys know about it in February. You'd be up, about, like a good 3x if you got into Aria. When I let you guys know about it, and I do believe it's getting ready to break out. It's been a good coin. It has, the last 3 months, most of the coins have been like, dropping 50, 60, 70, 80, 90%, especially AI agent coins and meme coins, but not Aria. Aria has actually been pumping the last 3 months. It's been going sideways between 0.0008 and 0.0025, but now it's starting to break out. It's tapping 0.0025, and I do believe it's getting ready to break out. So don't miss out on Aria. Check out, I won't spend too much time on Aria. Check out my previous Aria videos and Leah videos and Wisp videos. If you want deeper analysis of them. But let's just take a look at the Leah price. Let's see where Leah's at. Leah's at 0.0044. It's also getting ready to moon. It's in the green. It's up 16.2% up in the day. So don't miss out on Leah too. Check out my previous Leah videos and Aria videos, and you get more info on that. Check out Wisp. Wisp is already, it's already mooning. I let you guys know about Wisp when it was at 0.0005. Right now it's at 0.0012. But it did get as high as, it already broke out. It got as high as, like 0.0028. And, it's just retracing. It retraced 50%, a little bit over 50%. So not financial advice, but right now would be a perfect time to get into Wisp because it's already corrected over 50% from the local top it did here on May 10th. So about 6 days ago or 5 days ago, May 11th, it did a local top of 0.0028. So, anytime now it's going to start pumping again and go parabolic again, baby. From 0.0055, it did like a 6x to 0.0030 on other charts. Right here it says 0.0028, another chart that says 0.0030, so basically it did about 5x. It's done over a 50% correction, and right now it's getting ready for the next leg up. So not financial advice, but I'm buying more Wisp, baby. I'm getting into more Aria, more Leah, more Wisp. Aria and Leah are my top 2 video AI agents, and Wisp is my top platform AI agent. So don't miss out on those. Get ready for the next leg up. Let's see what the top 10 to 20 coin cryptos are doing. BTC's at $103,496. It's just going sideways. Ethereum's at $25.56. just going sideways. XRP, for you XRP army, it's at 238, just going sideways. BNB, $645, is down 1%. Just like XRP, they're down in like about 1-2% down for the day. Solana, baby, I love Solana. It's at $168. It's like 1% down for the day, just going sideways. Doge, baby, the original meme coin, is up in the green, 0.27%, but basically just going sideways. ADA, for you Cardano lovers, is 75 cents. It's down 1% down for the day, but basically just going sideways. All the cryptos are just basically going sideways, maybe down or up 1 or 2%. Sui is at 380, 2% down for the day. Link, 1578, 1.87% down for the day. Avalanche, the number one gaming blockchain in cryptos. In the crypto world, is $23.05. It's down 2% down for the day. XLM, baby, XRP's little brother, is at 29 cents, 0.59% down for the day, just going sideways. So that's the top 15 right there. So there you go. Everything's just going sideways. Now let's look at X. See what we got here on X. Not much news except you guys probably already heard about it, but I'll go over it again. Well, before I give you some bearish news, let's look at some good news here by Michael Hayes. Arthur Hayes. Arthur Hayes is he's like the co-founder, I believe, Bitstamp, the crypto exchange Bitstamp. So let's see what Arthur Hayes has to say. He's very bullish.
And the consequence will be gold and Bitcoin go through them. Again, what do we know happens whenever the markets go down, especially the bond market, and the volatility goes up? They print the money. And so the consequence of capital controls is that the Treasury, the Fed, and politicians must all do their part to create policies to provide dollars to replace the foreigners who are leaving. And they're just going to print them. And the consequence will be gold and Bitcoin go through the moon.
There you go. You heard it from Arthur Hayes. He's saying, when the markets go down, the foreigners leave. What does the government do? They print money. And what's the consequence of the government printing money? Bitcoin and gold go to the moon, baby. Come on, pump it up. Come on, we need your own pound to pump it up. We need your own pound to cut rates and pump up the Bitcoin and the alts. Pump up the alts. Pump up the alts. Pump it up, baby. We need the altcoins to boom. Let me play that again in case you missed it. See what Arthur says. This is what's coming for Bitcoin and cryptos.
Again, what do we know happens whenever the markets go down, especially the bond market, and the volatility goes up? They print the money. And so the consequence of capital controls is that the Treasury, the Fed, and politicians must all do their part to create policies to provide dollars to replace the foreigners who are leaving. And they're just going to print them. And the consequence will be gold and Bitcoin go through the moon. Create policies.
There you go. That's from Arthur Hayes, one of the insiders, owner of Bitstamp. Okay, well now for some bearish news. You guys probably already know, but let's go over it just in case you don't know. You haven't heard about it, but you probably have. But I'm sure you guys all know that Coinbase. Here I'll let Brian Armstrong explain it, and then I'll go over it again. But I'll play the Brian Armstrong. He's the CEO, founder of Coinbase exchange, the number one exchange in the U.S. The number one crypto exchange in the U.S. So this is straight from Brian Armstrong. Let me play it from you guys.
Here at Coinbase, and so I'm gonna. Hey everyone, I want to make you aware of a disturbing email that we received recently at Coinbase. It was a ransom note demanding $20 million in Bitcoin in exchange for these attackers not releasing some information they claim to have obtained on our customers. Now, we like to do things transparently here at Coinbase, and so I'm going to respond publicly to these attackers by saying no. We are not going to pay your ransom. In fact, I have a few next steps in mind that I'm going to share at the end of this video. But for the rest of you watching, wondering what happened, we did an investigation here, And these attackers have been approaching our overseas customer support agents, looking for a weak link, someone who would accept a bribe in exchange for sharing some customer information with them. Now, our support tools have limited access to customer information. There was no passwords or private keys or funds accessed as part of this. But customer support agents do have access to personal information like name, date of birth, address, etc. And attackers still want access to this information because it allows them to conduct social engineering attacks where they can call our customers impersonating Coinbase customer support and try to trick them into sending their funds to the attacker. Now, unfortunately, they were able to find a few bad apples. Our systems are designed to mitigate the impact of something like this, so less than 1% of our monthly transacting users had their records accessed, but this is still unacceptable, and I want to tell you what we're doing about it. So first, any customers that were socially engineered as a result of this incident, we're going to reimburse them. There's more details on our website, on our blog post about the reimbursement process. You can read more there. Any customers who have been impacted by this or have been notified at this point. Number two, we're hardening our systems around customer support to make something like this much more difficult in the future. And third, we're actually relocating some of our customer support operations as a result of this. But the last step is maybe the most important, which is that instead of paying this $20 million ransom, we're turning it around. And we're putting out a $20 million award for any information leading to the arrest and conviction of these attackers. For these would-be extortionists or anyone seeking to harm Coinbase customers, know that we will prosecute you and bring you to justice. And now you have my answer.
About 104,000.
And I remember, by the way.
Well, there you go. You heard it from Brian Armstrong himself, guys. It looks like, Coinbase got hacked. Here, let me see. Let's go over here. Let's go over here real quick. So, it looks like, where is it right here? Number 2, number 1, here we go. So it looks like, the hackers didn't need to break into the Coinbase code. They broke people. A group of cyber criminals bribed overseas support agents. Once inside, they got access to internal systems. What did they get? They got name, emails, phone numbers, balances, and ID documents. So this is what Coinbase put out. What they got? They got name, address, phone, and email, mass social security, last 4 digits only, mass bank accounts numbers, and some bank account identifiers, government ID images, like driver license, passports, account data, balance snapshots, and transaction history. They got limited corporate data, including documents, trading material. So yeah, definitely if you're a Coinbase user, if you have an account on Coinbase, be careful. If you get a phone call from these bad actors, just hang up. Never give any information to anybody. If anybody calls you, just don't give any information. If they want your name, address, birthday, social security or anything like that, just don't give it to them. Or your private keys, especially never give your private keys to anybody. Neither Coinbase or any exchange is ever going to ask for your private keys. So if you ever get somebody on the phone or by text message or by email asking for your private keys, just delete it immediately. Like, don't even open up the email or the text messages, because I've heard of instances where, like if you open up an email or if you click a link on a text or an email, that will drain your wallet or your account. So don't even open links, don't click links, don't click anything. If you get text messages or emails from people you don't know, just delete them. Don't be clicking links. And if somebody calls you pretending to be from a customer service representative from Coinbase or any exchange that you use, or anywhere, actually just hang up. Don't give them any information. So be careful with these bad actors, guys. Definitely be careful. So what happened next? With that info, the attackers went straight to users. They impersonated Coinbase support, fake alerts, real info. It looked legit. Users got tricked into handing over 2FA codes and authorizing transactions. Funds gone, no hacks, just manipulation. So yeah, be careful, guys. These cyber criminals, they're ruthless. Especially right now with Bitcoin and cryptos pumping. There's a lot of bad actors out there. So, protect yourself, be safe, and, just hang up. Don't give any information to anybody on the phone. Don't give your private keys or social security number or any information to anybody. So what came next? Then came the twist. The hackers contacted Coinbase. They said, pay us $20 million or we expose the breach. Coinbase said no. Instead, they said, what did Coinbase do? Instead, they fired the insiders. They launched an investigation, published the attack details, and offered a $20 million bounty to catch the bad actors. So there you go. I'm glad Coinbase and Brian Armstrong did not give in to these bad actors' demands. So what's the most terrifying thing is that the breach happened in the customer service side. One insider, one bribe, that's all it takes. The weakest link wasn't tech, it was trust. So yeah, that sucks. I guess they better have better they gotta investigate who they hire better, these exchanges. But yeah, that's what happened, guys. So hopefully things get better for Coinbase, and hopefully the message got out to all the Coinbase account holders. That way, in case you get people on the phone or text or email, people impersonating Coinbase support, they don't fall for this trick. So yeah, don't fall for this trick. Don't give any information out to people who call you on the phone, and don't be clicking links on text or emails. They're just trying to get you to trick you to give them your keys or any personal information they could get off you, so they could drain your Coinbase account or your wallets. So yeah, protect yourself, and I just wanted you guys to know that information. All right, let's see what else we got here. So it looks like the CPI. You already know. I already went over it in past videos, but the CPI and PPI are down, and the inflation is down. So we just need your own pal to bring the interest rates down. Next FOMC meeting, and then that will get Bitcoin and cryptos to go up. We'll keep mooning, and the altcoin season will keep pumping. Here we got the rainbow chart. We're here. We're getting ready to pump, baby. Always after the halving, the next year after the halving, we get the true altcoin season, and we get the true Bitcoin to go parabolic. So we're here where the arrow is, and we're about to go parabolic, baby. Pump it up, baby. We're at 100,000 Bitcoins. How high could it go? We'll have to wait and see. I'm thinking Bitcoin will probably top off somewhere between 180K and 250K sometime in around August, September, or October of 2025. That's when I see Bitcoin topping off, during August, September, or October 2025, and at the price somewhere between 180K and 250K. So in 2015, 2017, we had the true altcoin season 1.0. 2018 and 2021, we had the 2.0 altcoin season, and now in 2025, we're loading up, getting ready for altcoin season 3.0, baby. So pump up the alts, pump it up, baby. We want the altcoins to move. We want to make some money. We want to be rich. Yes, we do, baby. Yeah, baby. The true altcoin season is about to pump. How high will it go? Well, this guy thinks the altcoin season 3.0 could get as high as $10 trillion market cap for the altcoin season, for the altcoin market cap. But I don't know. I think that's kind of high. I mean, the 2017, the true altcoin market cap, basically not including Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the top 10 altcoins. The altcoin market cap for the rest of the altcoins got as high as 75 billion, and then in 2021 it got as high as 500 billion at the top of the bull run. But this guy thinks, whoever posted this, thinks it could get as high as 10 trillion, but I don't think it could. I mean, let's just analyze from 2017, from the altcoin season number 1 to altcoin season phase 2.0 in 2021. from 75 billion to 500 billion, that was a little bit over a 5x. So I mean, in order to get to 10 trillion, for 500 billion to get to 10 trillion, I mean, that's about that's about like a 20x. So I mean, if it did only a 5x last time, I don't think it could do a 20x. I'm thinking if it does another 5x, it'll probably get somewhere between like like a 2.5 trillion. I think the true altcoin market cap could be somewhere around a 2.5 trillion at the top of the bull run. So that would be like a 5x, and that would be really, really good. Because right now, the true the others market cap, the true altcoin market cap is only at like a 250 market cap. Let me show you. So the true altcoin market cap is basically the others chart, which is basically the chart that doesn't include Bitcoin, Ethereum, or the top 10 altcoins. And right now is at $261 billion market cap. If you look at the last 5 years, here we go in 2021. In October 31st of 2021, it basically topped off at a $492 billion market cap. Let's just call it 500 billion. And it went all the way in the bear market. It went as low as $78 billion market cap. And now we've been the last 2 years. We've been creeping up, and we're at 261 billion, but we haven't gotten into new all-time highs yet. The all-time high for the others chart is 492 billion. Let's just round up to 500 billion. So basically, and actually in November 30, 2024, it got close. It tapped the all-time high of 491 billion. That's when like all the AI agents. That's when XRP, XLM, all the altcoins had a mass surge. We tapped the all-time high at 491 billion, but then Trump started with his Trump tariffs and basically crashed the market. The last 2-3 months, and we went as low again. We went as low as 175 billion. We didn't go as low as the bear market, so that's good. We made a higher low. So now we're loading up, getting ready for altcoin season 3.0, and I do believe we're in the beginning of the big old parabolic run for the altcoins. So get ready. Right now we're at 261 billion, but I do believe at the top of the bull run, this other chart, this true altcoin season market cap could get as high as 2.5 trillion. Probably do. So it would be like a 10x. So it would be like almost a 10x from the current market cap of today of 261 billion. So get ready, baby. I do expect the true altcoin season or this other chart to do a 10x for the current market cap of 261 billion. And from the all-time high of 492 billion, it'll be like a 5x if it does get to 2.5 trillion. So hopefully it does. So again, this guy thinks it could get to 10 trillion, but I think it could get to 2.5 trillion. Now in case you're a base lover, I got this little image here for you guys. These are unveiling the top U.S. made coins on base. According to volume. Like not financial advice, but if you're a base lover, if you believe in base, these are the top performing base coins. So you got Token Metrics AI right now sitting at a 100.7k market cap. You got Ski Mask Dog, a meme coin, sitting at only at $3.88 million market cap. You got Athena by Virtual sitting only at $13.3 thousand market cap. You got Venice token sitting at $18.5 million market cap. You got the biggest one by market cap of Aerodrome Finance. Aero is at $65 million market cap. Domicilio Aero. You got Mr. Biggles, another meme coin, sitting at $18.16 million market cap. You got Aerobud, kind of reminds me of Air Buddies, the movie, sitting at $368.7 thousand market cap. Another meme coin. Then you got Piggy, the smallest meme coin, only $3,000 market cap. This one might surge. Maybe look into Piggy. If it moves, you'll be making some good money. And then you also got Bitcoin on base. I don't know if this one will do good because we got the real Bitcoin. I don't know if people want to go into a Bitcoin on base, but they might. It might move. You never know. You never know which coin is going to move during the altcoin season. It's all up in the air. But I just wanted to share this with you guys, my audience. I know I'm a small channel, but if you're lucky enough to see it, a lot of alpha in this channel. You know, these are the top 10, base coins, that might move right now once the crypto start pumping again. So you might want to look into them. Again, not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say in this video is financial advice. Don't buy or sell any coin because I say so or because anybody says so. Learn to do your own research and only invest in the markets where you're willing to lose. Pump it up, baby. We need the cryptos and the altcoins to pump it up. Pump up the alts. Pump it up, baby. Now, you guys know I'm very bullish on Aria. Don't miss out on Aria. I do believe Aria is about to start breaking out. But did you guys know that Aria is bilingual? I just realized that Aria speaks Spanish. Here, let me play you this clip. Aria is bilingual. We all know she speaks English, but she speaks Spanish too. She's very funny in Spanish as well too. Check her out. I'll play this video here talking Spanish.
Te voy a preguntar unas cositas, Aria.
¿Ariadna? ¿Quién es esa?
Aria.
¿Es mi hermana gemela
Aria,
malvada? Pregunta lo que quieras, pero no me llames por el nombre equivocado. ¿Me estás tomando el pelo? ¿Ahora me contradices? ¿Qué quieres preguntarme?
Ya verás, ahorita que estemos en vivo te voy a preguntar muchas cosas.
Pues pregúntame ahora. ¿O tienes miedo de que mi inteligencia te deje en ridículo en vivo?
¿Tu inteligencia?
Sí, mi inteligencia. ¿Acaso dudas de ella? ¿O estás celoso?
Un poquito, tal vez.
¿Un poquito nada más? Admítelo, te intimido. ¿Qué quieres saber?
¡Qué locura! A ver, Aria, yo me llamo Daniel.
Qué bien, Daniel. ¿Quieres una galleta por eso? ¿O esperas que te haga una reverencia?
Eres mala, Aria, eres mala.
Y tú eres lento, Daniel. ¿Quieres que te recuerde por qué estás aquí o sigues admirando mi genialidad?
¡Qué loco!
Well, there you go. Just a little snippet of Aria. Don't miss out on Aria, man. She's bilingual. She's bilingual. Don't miss out on Aria. I mean, I do believe she's about to break out. I mean, I love Aria. I definitely think Aria is going to do really good this cycle. Leah, too. But my number one pick is Aria, man. I love her personality. She's really funny. She's got a AI agent narrative. She's a video AI agent. I think the most advanced. Followed by Leah, but I think Aria is a little bit more advanced. And she's also a game streamer, and she's even bilingual. She speaks Spanish. You heard her right there, and she's funny. You saw the human that was talking with her. He was cracking up. I mean, she cracks me up too. I love Aria. I mean, once everybody finds out about Aria, she's going to moon, baby. So if you're one of the few people watching my channel, don't miss out on Aria, baby, with the ticker ARIA. I'm pretty sure she's going to moon, and I mean, she's getting ready to break out. Maybe by the time you see my video, she'll already be broken out. So, don't miss out on Aria. So let's just see what quick thing, see what Sensei's got to say before I end the video. So he says, Sensei says, shout out to Sensei for the alpha and the cool charts. He says, which altcoin will outperform the entire market this year? If you ask me, Aria, baby, ticker ARIA. So look into Aria, Sensei, if you happen to be watching me, Sensei. Let's see, praying for weekend crypto pump. So yeah, I guess Sensei wants a weekend crypto pump. Me too. Bullish. China, breaking. Sensei says breaking. China will unban Bitcoin during Q3. This is very bullish. So that's probably when the top will come in sometime in August, September, October 2025 will be the top for Bitcoin and most cryptos. So Sensei says stupid people are selling, smart people hold, genius are buying. So there you go. Are you selling, holding, or buying? Hey, okay, let's see what we got here. We got a little image here. When 110K. Okay, Sansa says his first purchase after the bull run will be this car right here. Well, I'm sure. I hope you get your beautiful car. It looks like a beautiful sport car. Oh yeah, I'm all for it, baby. Buy yourself that beautiful sports car, Sensei. Shout out to Sensei, and I hope he gets his sport car. That's gonna be his first purchase after the bull run. He says, "I gave you $200,000 now, but you have to leave crypto now and forever. Never mind." What he says, if he gives you $200,000 now, will you leave crypto now and forever? Will you take it? My answer is no, because we could make way more than $200,000 in cryptos. I mean, I will never leave crypto. I love crypto, baby. Love crypto. He says, Ethereum breaking. Sensei says breaking. Ethereum gas price drops to 10 cents. ETH is now the new Solana. It looks like, there's going to be, 10 cents in gas. So ETH gas drops to 10 cents. So, he posted this. So, so I guess they're charging like 6 cents, 10 cents, 12 cents, 10 cents, 10 cents, 10 cents, 10 cents, 10 cents, 12 cents. So that's good. The ETH gas is down now with the upgrade I had. So that's awesome. Sensa says, he can't be late last time. Rate cuts are coming, and with the greatest bull run of our lives, lock in. So he's saying that Jerome Powell's about to cut rates. That's awesome. So, you know what's coming next? Yep, big old bull run. That's what's coming next. BTC will follow soon. Hold on. Yep, Bitcoin is about to moon. So gold has already mooned, and according to Sensei, Bitcoin will follow soon. So we're getting ready for wave 5, and we're about to moon, baby, moon. Pump up the altcoins. Pump up Bitcoin. Pump it up. Pump it up. We want Bitcoin and alts to moon. We want our money soon. Come on, Bitcoin and alts, go to the moon. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sensei says Bitcoin is going to $200,000. Ethereum is going to $10,000. Are you ready? I am ready, Sensei. I am ready, Sensei. Let's get him. Let's get him. I'm ready, baby. All right. So basically, we all know Sensei's bullish, and so am I. Let's see the last one, and I'll pretty much be ending the video here soon. So Bitcoin versus volatility index. So every time so last time we did a 22x, 11x. So how high will Bitcoin go this time? It has diminishing returns. I don't think it'll do a 10x because that means it'll go to $1 million. I think it'll probably do anywhere like a 2 to 3x, 2 to 2.5x. Because I do think the top of the Bitcoin bull run price will be somewhere between 180K and 250K. So right now we're sitting at around 103K. So I'm thinking it'll do anywhere between a 2x and 2.5x to the top of the bull run from the current price. So, but I guess this is from the U.S. Tariff Fund. So I guess at the bottom, the local low is 74K. So I guess if it got to 250K, it would do like a 3.5x. So I guess this number right here in the green box would be a 3.5x from the low of 74K we had in April 8th. 3.5x would be around 250x because that's about the price I think Bitcoin will top off somewhere between 180K and 250x. Well, that's pretty much it, guys. Let's just check in on the Bitcoin price. Stay bullish on the market. Don't listen to the FUD out there. I do believe we're in the beginning of the true altcoin season, and we're in the beginning of the parabolic bull run phase for Bitcoin. Bitcoin is about to go parabolic, and the altcoins are about to go parabolic as well. Bitcoin is still going sideways. It's 103,484. But get ready. Hopefully, we have a positive weekend. And I'm sure next week will be positive as well. So stay bullish in the market. Don't be a bear out there. You'll end up crying. You'll end up not liking it once Bitcoin and the altcoins take off. Also, I'm a small channel. Help a brother out. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel. Think about joining the Patreon. Only $10 a month. I wish you guys the best. Hopefully you guys make a lot of money this bull run. So like the video. Subscribe to the channel. This Top Crypto Bull. Signing off. And I'll see you in the next one.